Well, it's been a long day out at the forge. Had some family come in yesterday and visit, and I took up most of the day. I ended up working really late last night, and I probably put in about 13 hours today. But nonetheless, I'm going to work on getting you a video up, and this video is going to be on how I sand my knife handles. Maybe in the future I'll do one on fitting knife handles if I haven't already done one in the past. To be honest, like I said, it's been a long day and I can't really remember right now. But anyway, watch this video. I'll do a voiceover and explain things through it, and hope you enjoy. And be sure and like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you know when we put out some future content. Be sure and leave us a comment so we know what you like, what you don't like, and if there's something you'd like to see in the future. I'll come back on after I'm done with the rest of the video and we'll have a look at the finished product. See you in a bit. So we're going to start off with the 36 grit belt on the grinder, really rough. You can see everything is just a glued up block. The first thing I'm going to do is just grind in my profile. Got to be really careful, use a gentle touch because I don't want to make a whole lot of 36 grit marks in the steel. Just make it harder to sand them out later. I hate this angle, I'm sorry about that. It's the best I could do. So I'm going to get the profile ground in. And then I will start carving with the corner of the belt, carving the handle to the rough shape. With a little bit of practice, you can really do some carving with just a sanding belt. You see I'm knocking the corners down, shaping the handle. Just very rough with that 36 grit. There we go. It's not bad. A little practice, you can really do some tight curves on that belt and do some pretty intricate shaping. Good enough. Now, on some knives, I'll go to a 60 grit belt and work down from there, but on this one, I don't really have to. So I'm going to go straight to a 120. Now that's a J-Flex belt. You can see how much it gives when I press the stock against it. And I'm doing my sanding on the flat, or on the slack of the belt. And that lets that J-Flex conform to the curve that I've already started in the handle. Being careful now, because even that 120 grit belt will eat out a lot of material in a hurry if you're not careful. And all I want to do is take out my 36 grit marks and clean up the little ridges that were left from the rough shaping. I'm basically refining the shape. And by the time I'm done with this 120 grit belt, I'll have the shape pretty much refined and where I want it to be. It's looking pretty good. And I am running the this video on fast forward. So don't think it's this quick in real life. Taking my time, a little bit at a time. Getting there. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go from 110 to a 220 grit belt. Now this is the first belt where really all I'm doing is polishing. I'm not really doing any shaping of the handle. So this will go fairly quickly. I want to make sure I take out all my 120 grit marks. Just polishing the handle. With a new belt, fairly short belt, this doesn't take very long at all. Pretty good. And for the final bit, we'll go to a 400 grit belt. And beyond the 400, I'll just use a piece of sandpaper and do a little more cleanup on it. And then I don't use urethane or anything like that on my handles. I use wax. I'll wax the handle, seal it really good with a high grade of wax, and it'll be ready for the customer. Right now with the 400, we're just polishing it up. It looks good to me. And here we are back again. I hope I explained that clearly. Once again, I gotta apologize for the bad camera angle. I gotta get a different setup, some kind of different tripod to set up out there in the grinding shed so we can see things a little bit better. I tried a magnetic clamp on the grinder and the vibration was just too much for the camera. But nonetheless, so this is what we ended up with. Just a little mini Skinner. And these are pretty popular, or have been the few that I've made. They don't last long when I make them. This one's actually already paid for, going out to a client. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. As I said before, be sure and hit that like button. Be sure and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. God bless and have a great night.